What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610, and today we have some Yugioh news for you guys. It looks like another rule has been revealed for Pendulum summoning with the whole new format and link summoning and everything too. There's been kind of an additional nerf for them, so yeah, Pendulum users are not going to be happy about this. If you don't know what link summoning is too and all the new mechanics, if you're totally lost on this, be sure to check out the video where I talk about it, because if you don't understand how link summoning works and all these new rules are working, you're going to be completely lost in this video. I mean, it's going to be like I'm speaking another language. Or, of course, you can even read the article that the organization has right here. It explains it probably the best over anyone else, really, too. So I would read through this if you guys haven't, because, yeah, if you have no idea about link summoning and all these new changes anyway that we've talked about, you're going to be lost this whole time. So, because this is like an additional rule to go along with those. So anyway, what is this new rule? What are the changes and all this? Well, basically, okay, here's our new field and everything. So we already know about how the Pendulum zones are now part of the spell trap card zones. So you guys can see here, kind of a nerf for them, but nothing too crazy. Well, now we just found out today that a Pendulum monster that is in the extra deck, and you try to re-Pendulum summon it, it will go to the extra monster zone. Why is this a big game changer? What does this really do? Well, essentially this makes it so that just like with fusions, synchros, and exceeds, how you can only bring them out to the extra monster zone, which was a huge nerf for all of them, unless of course you have a link monster which can give you additional zones, but let's just say you only have this extra monster zone at that time, you can only bring out one monster. So this means, if I want to give a quick example, let's say you have 3 Pendulum monsters in your extra deck, and you have the right scales in your side field, you could summon all 3 of them. Well, you could have in the old way of dueling. Well, now with these new rules, you would pretty much have to choose one of those monsters to bring out, because it would be brought out in the extra monster zone, which you only have one of those zones, obviously. So this kind of gives them the same nerf that, like I said, those other forms of summoning have, where, you know, pretty much the best way to think about it is that if it comes from the extra deck in any form, whether it is a Pendulum, whatever, it can only be brought out in the extra monster zone unless you have a link monster, which gives you additional zone. So why is this a big thing for them? Well, basically this makes it so you can't just revive all your Pendulums again. If you happen to have, you know, a bunch of them in your extra deck, you know, in this format right now, you could just bring them all back if you had the right scales and everything. Well, you can't do that anymore with this change. So they basically nerfed the speed of Pendulum summoning and made it so you can't just like revive all of your monsters again. You can pretty much, in best case scenario, in a lot of ways, maybe get 2 summoning from it if you have a link summoned monster in the extra monster zone, but in most cases you probably won't, so will basically only be able to summon one of those monsters. So yeah, like I said, the best way to explain it is that it's the same exact thing that happened to Synchros, Fusions, and Exceeds, just now with Pendulums that are in the extra deck. But also too, I should say this too, it does not affect the ones that are in your hand. If you have, you know, your scales already out, and you can summon, you know, for an example, again, we'll use 3. You have 3 monsters in your hand that you can Pendulum summon. You can still Pendulum summon the same way. They will go into your main monster zones. You guys see here, you have 5 zones. So you can still bring out, you know, up to 5 right there. If you happen to have those zones open, there you go. It works the exact same. It just only applies to where they are in the extra deck, because then it's just like any other extra deck monster. It has to go in the extra zone or in a zone connected to the link monster. So yeah, what do you guys think about this this new rule? Do you like it, not like it so much? I feel like a lot of people aren't going to be happy about this. I know a lot of people aren't happy with the new rules anyway. But yeah, this is a huge nerf to Pendulums. I mean, this hurts anything that involves them. I'm kind of worried if we're going to see anything involving Pendulums in the future in the meta at all, because that was probably one of the fastest forms of summoning, as you guys know. I mean, because obviously it was the type of summoning that could help you bring out all the other forms, and it getting hit like this is definitely going to be a game changer for them. Again, like I said before, I understand a card game has to change, but these are probably the biggest changes we've had in a while, so I get why a lot of people are unhappy about it. You know, I'm not trying to tell people to, you know, that you shouldn't be unhappy about this. I understand it, because I don't like a lot of these changes either, but yeah, I mean, I'm also feeling like I can't wait to see what people are going to come up with after this too, because I feel like in the future, as this goes, we're going to have more ways to kind of get around this. You know, there's still, like, the extra deck monsters are going to come back in some way, and same with Pendulum summoning. Like, I wonder if there's going to be some kind of link monster that opens up all your zones again and makes it easier or something. I feel like they're going to make it evolve as it goes. Again, I want to know what you guys plan on running. For me, I'm still thinking that the best form of summoning that we're going to have now is Ritual summoning, because you still have Black Luster Soldier, Necros, Gishkis, what else? Cyber Angels, Herald. I mean, there's still plenty of decks out there too. So I'm thinking that in this next format, we're mainly going to be seeing link summoning and rituals, to be very honest, because it's the only form of summoning that hasn't been hit because they don't come from the extra deck. But again, I want to know what you guys are thinking on this. For me, I'm thinking about building Black Luster Soldier for this new format, and all these changes too. Don't get too crazy about it yet. All these new changes are going to go into effect around August or September for us, because it will be after we get the starter deck involving these new cards, and of course Code of the Duelist, which will be the first set that introduces these cards. So we still have what, 6 months? Something like that, before all these changes go into effect. So you still have plenty of time to enjoy the game as it is right now. Of course, as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, it helps out a lot. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not too thrilled with these rules either, but I wanted to get this info out to you guys. And yeah, like I said, be sure to subscribe for any more info, because we could have more changes in the future too, and I'll try to get you that info as soon as it's released. And of course I will. Catch you guys later. See ya.